I'm going to be talking about how a bowling ball is made. These are like the tough questions you guys may be thinking about, but I'm also going to tell you about it. How a bowling ball is made. The bowling ball is made out of a polyester, steroids, and limestone, and different mixture. They're mixtured all together. I'm sorry if I don't have the cut open ball because the guy from Plaza Lanes forgot to get it from his house, so I don't have it, and I forgot the weight. Lovely. There's a weight inside the bowling ball. It's this silver one up here. It has to weigh exactly the same amount as 10.7 for US, but in different areas it's still the same size, but a different point. It's 4.85 kilos. The two pieces inside of it are the steel one and the yellow one. The yellow one is for balls to help it curve. Like mine is a curve ball. It's supposed to curve it to the first pin and the third pin. And they call it the 10-pin bowling. When they were showing, I was watching a video of how they made it. They put it inside a machine full of rocks, so they can water it down, so they could put dents inside of it to help it out. And when they put the color around it, some people say that it will smell like a certain flavor. For example, mine are blue and red. It will smell like cherry and blueberry, but it doesn't. That's kind of sad. The factory will make over 500,000 bowling balls a year. Well, yeah. There's lanes for bowling balls like these. It will start from this arrow and then curve right there to, well, it's upside down, but I will usually hit it around here or here. It depends on how I throw it for my bowling ball. And these are the types of bowling balls that have different colors on it and products. Why are the bowling lanes so slippery? To preserve the lanes, and otherwise lanes will wear down in no time. So if they put a lot of oil on there and you're having difficulties throwing your ball down the lane where you want it to go, you had to try different areas on the lane to get the ball to the right area of where you want it to go if it's too much oil. But when it wears down, it'll be easier where you usually see it. It's better to have it wear down than oiled because it's easier to have it controlled than oiled, so it wouldn't be so hard to bowl with. It's bad for your bowling ball if you have too much oil around it. Then it's going to be ruined, and it's going to take forever to get rid off of it unless you go to a bowling store and see if they can fix your bowling ball like mine. And whatever you do, try to see if you could get your fingers, or at least do not put oil on your fingers from your bowling ball, because if you do, it'll either get stuck or it's going to take you off the lane, and it's going to make you pass the foul line, and make you go on the lane. There's a YouTube video about it with people who do that all the time. Why do we need shoe covers for our shoes? And what makes the shoes so slippery, and how to keep them from slipping too much? Well, the shoe covers on my shoes is to help protect the pads from underneath it. The pads are underneath it right here. It's supposed to help you slide on the part that's behind the foul line. And so if you wanted to go outside, you had to have the shoe covers on, so it won't have to get destroyed underneath the bottom of the pads. And you'll have to, if you do, then you'll have to buy new ones, and they do cost a lot of money. The pads do help you slide, so it'll be much more easier on the lanes than regular sneakers, because the sneakers, they don't have the firm of it. And to keep it from slipping too much, mine does sometimes, so I use like this brush to help it from slipping too much. And if you like, I'll pass it around to see what you guys will, how it feels and stuff. So and yep. Why do we need to clean our bowling balls? Well, I told you about the oil one. The oil does destroy the ball a lot. But after bowling, you still have to clean it. Even if you have oil, even without oil on it, you still have to clean it, just in case if there's extra on it, you just don't even know, or you can't feel it. It's just better off. I use this. It's called Powerhouse. It's a ball cleaner to get rid of all the oil and stuff like that. Press back on it. You use like I used to have 2 towels, but I gave mine up for another bowler who I bowl with on leagues on Saturdays, because she needed one. So I used to have a green one. Green one is to like clean it with this one, and then my black one I have is to clean the oil off from the lanes. How do they drill the bowling balls and how they measure them? Oh, I forgot the paper. They have like these 2 different bowling balls. One is for fingers tips of it, and another one is for thumbs sizes. They use those 2 different bowling balls to help out with measurements. Hang on, I know I had it. Sorry, forgot about it. They use this sheet right here for to list the name of like for example, if you're ordering a new bowling ball and you're gonna get it from this store, they're gonna have to make sure that you measure your fingers. So just make sure that's like a little stuck, like that noise. It's supposed to make that noise every time you're like trying to get a new ball, if your ball's gonna be a curve or something. And they use this sheet to help out like how far your palm is away from it and stuff like that. They use these little grippers. Here you go. These grippers are for your help to help your fingertips and your thumb, like mine is. Mine has the fingertips to help me like get it a lot easier. You don't like stick them in like all the way. You just use the top of the fingers, and then you'll hold it like this. What's the history of bowling? It is believed that it was invented thousands of years ago. It was a passion for hitting bowling pin with an object really struck community sometimes in the Stone Age, like the Flintstones, for example. They believed that it was fun, and so they made round objects and made bowling pins to help them keep them entertained. The first mention of this game is in written history, involves English King Edward III, who in 1366 actually banned the game to force his soldiers to focus more on their accuracy for bows and arrows and swordsman fights. They banned that game because it was like too complicated, and they needed to focus more on like war and not fun. The game has become so popular, in fact, that bowling pin setups can now be found in almost every country in the world, with the estimate of 95 million fans across the globe. That kind of really makes me happy. Who invented the bowling ball? Howard Flint in 1983. He's a magic inventor, true magic genius, personal student to Denny Vernon, close friends with Harry Blackstone Jr., Harry Anderson, Paul Diamond, Don Allen, V. Bergen, I can't pronounce the last name, Ali Bongo, Tom Molisi, Abe Dixon, and countless others. Edward invented the bowling ball from his briefcase because he's such a magician. He just pulled it right out of his briefcase, and countless of other items too. That's what they think. And this is Howard Blunt. He's the one that invented the bowling ball. That's it. Any questions? Yeah.
How much is the bowling ball?
It costs like $175 to.
175?
Yeah, mine was $175.
I could buy a car.
I'm getting a spare ball or later in the summer. Any other questions? Yeah.
How often do people injure themselves playing bowling?
Well, like how will they start out?
How often do they injure themselves?
Injured. Oh, not very often. It depends on like if the ball is like too heavy. Like for example, some girls will carry like a 10, or the pro bowlers, they will carry like a 15 or a 14. It depends how heavy it is for them and how it's right for them. Mine's a 14 anyway, but it's supposed to. They don't get injured a lot often unless if you do something.
Give her a hand, please.